Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally reached that point. This is the best and probably will be the best Nintendo Ehsop sale of the year. But we also have some sales on some physical games as well. So if you want to save some money on some amazing Switch and Switch 2 games, digital and physical, this is the time to do it. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. You know, as the year's been going on, we've had some pretty good sales, sometimes digital, sometimes physical, but nothing like today. I could say it's amazing, but wait until you see some of these deals. But first, I cannot forget, boom, a winner of a Nintendo Ehsop gift card. Always pretty cool, but boom, another winner of a Nintendo Ehsop gift card. I do this every single week. And if you would like to have the same opportunity to win one of these every single week, all you have to do is like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter or both of those, and just support the community as much as you can. And you guys know I give back to my amazing community as much as I can because you guys are amazing. But these sales today are even more amazing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first we have to talk about the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is currently on sale for $16.49. That's 67% off on the eShop, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. I talked about this last week, but it's like, this sale is so damn good that I have to mention it again. It's Skyrim, right? I don't know what I could say that already hasn't been said about this game, but it's arguably one of the greatest games of all time. I didn't play Skyrim until 2025, so you would think 14 years later, it's not going to hit probably the way it did back in the day. But even playing it in 2025 on my Switch OLED waiting for the Switch 2, it was one of my favorite gaming experiences of all time. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that this is an amazing way to play this game. We have Children of Morta, currently on sale for $3.28, and that's 85% off on the eShop. This is a really cool roguelite with a strong storyline. There's over 7 playable characters, and you can play this locally co-op, but also online co-op as well. There's an emotional tale focused on a family of heroes here, and you'll have a diverse set of skills, and just a very in-depth game. These games are a dime a dozen at this point, right? But there are ones that stand out every now and then. I'm not sure when this game actually came out, but the gameplay, the graphics, and the story are all very strong, and I can't believe a game this great is less than $4. So one of my personal favorite games of all time and one of my favorite experiences on the Switch ever is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. This is currently on sale for $5.99, and that is 85% off on the eShop. I can't remember when I first played this on the Switch, but I played it. I loved every second of it. It's one of the best ports on the Switch in my opinion. I can't speak from experience. I have not played it on the Switch 2 quite yet, but on the Switch, I was blown away by the quality. And Wolfenstein is just such a good ass game and good series. They are games that I've played each one like 3 or 4 times. I beat this 3 times on the Switch, and the port really will surprise you. Yeah dude, it's Wolfenstein. You get to kill a bunch of Nazis, and it's only $6. We also have BROFORCE on sale for $1.99, and that is 87% off on the eShop. When evil threatens the world calls on BROFORCE, an underfunded, overpowered paramilitary organization dealing exclusively in excessive force. Brace your loins with up to 4 players to run and gun as dozens of different bros and eliminate the opposing terrorist forces that threaten our way of life. Unleash scores of unique weapons and set off incredible chain reactions of fire, napalm, and limbs in the name of freedom. We have MLB The Show 25 for the Nintendo Switch digitally on the eShop for $8.99. That's 85% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. So I'm not the biggest baseball fan, but this year I've actually been watching like a lot more than I ever have. But I love sports games so much, like realistic simulation sports games and arcade sports games, and baseball games are so damn fun to play. This is a great game packed full of stuff, and it is only $9. We have SPYRO Reignited Trilogy on sale for $13.99, and that is 65% off on the eShop. This is the first 3 SPYRO games remastered, and you know, sometimes when you play these remastered collections, you're like, yeah, it was fun, but I still prefer the originals. This and the Crash collections, I actually think I prefer the remakes or remasters in every single way. Yes, the charm from the originals are still there, but this just has better and tighter controls, better graphics. I think the colors really pop, and in essence, it's just what made Spyro great, like originally, and you're getting 3 amazing games for only $14. A really interesting game called Beat Cop is currently on sale for $1.99, and that is 87% off on the eShop. This is a really cool game where someone has framed you and no one cares about this but you. So you need to turn over every stone in the city and find out who did that. The further you investigate, the more missing puzzles you'll find. But be careful, some things should never be brought to daylight. This is a really charming game I've talked about a few times. I think I put it in a Hidden Gems video probably like 2 years ago at this point, and I actually haven't thought about this game since then, so it probably hasn't been on sale for quite a while. But if you want to play something a little different, very interesting, that has some really cool graphics, this might be the game for you. We have Cult of the Lamb, Cultist Edition, currently on sale for $14.99, and that is 50% off on the eShop. I don't know if the Switch 2 version of this game is out yet. I know it was announced about a month ago. I feel like it's coming out in December, so, you know, maybe there'll be an upgrade path or something. But I played this on my Switch OLED. I beat the entire game in a week. I could not stop playing this game. It's one of those games you hear about and everybody loves, and you're like, yeah, it's probably good, but not as good as you guys say. Well, it is that good. I bought the game and I just could not stop playing it. You have all these little cult members, and you can do all this weird and wacky stuff and get them married and have them kill each other, and then you go do all these runs where you kill a bunch of enemies and get new power-ups and new members of your cult and unlock new stuff, and the gameplay loop is absolutely perfect. We have The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, currently on sale at Target digitally for $29.99, and that is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. This game was on sale a few different places physically for $30, but I think it's sold out everywhere now. You can pick up this game physically still at Best Buy and GameStop, I think, for $40, but you know, you're saving $10 if you pick it up digitally, but it's not a big deal to pay an extra $10 to have the game physically. I will say this game is awesome, and as a Zelda fan, I think everybody should play it, but it's probably my least favorite Zelda game, and I'm really not sure why. I did hear on the Switch 2 it runs and looks way better, so maybe if I played it again I would enjoy it more. But I will say this, I do think it's a must-play game that really has its own style of charm. We have Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door for $30, that's 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. You can pick this up digitally at Best Buy and Target, but you can also get this at GameStop physically. And I mean, again, that's the route I would take. But for $30, picking this up digitally, not a bad deal at all, because this is one of the greatest games of all time. This is the best Paper Mario game of all time, one of the best GameCube games that ever came out. Obviously, you know, this is the remastered version on the Switch, so it's even better. But I always said, just the GameCube version is timeless. You could play that now in 2025 and have just as much fun. But they did fix a couple things in this version that just makes it easier to play. It is an RPG, so it's a little different than the regular Mario games, but it is a damn good one. We have Super Mario Odyssey for $30. That is 50% off the full price. This is the lowest price this game has ever been, and you can pick this up digitally and physically at Amazon, Best Buy, Target, GameStop, and Walmart. Not only is this one of the best Mario games, not only is this one of the best Switch games, this is one of the greatest games of all time. It's not my favorite Mario game of all time, and not even my favorite Mario game on the Switch, but objectively, it is the greatest Mario game ever. From start to finish, it is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I've beat this game 3 or 4 times, and it's one of those games, every single time you play it, it gets better than the last time. So I don't know what the next 3D Mario game is going to be. I have a couple of theories, but I do know it is going to be incredibly difficult to top this masterpiece. We have Persona 5 Tactica physically at GameStop for the Nintendo Switch for only $10. That is a crazy price. I love Persona 5 Royal. It's one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's actually the only Persona game I've ever played. I don't know much about this game, but I do know it's a spin-off, and I think it's like more of a tactical RPG or whatever. But one of my amazing subscribers is also a big Persona fan, and they've played this, and I believe they said they really enjoyed it. So I mean, it's an Atlas game, it's a JRPG, it's a Persona game, and it's only $10 freaking. We have Splatoon 3 for 30 bucks. That's 50% off the full price. You can currently pick up this game digitally and physically at Amazon, Best Buy, and Target. It is digitally, but currently there are physical copies still left at GameStop. I mean, it's Splatoon 3, right? It's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. It's kind of crazy how big Splatoon has came. I have to be real with you guys, I am not a big Splatoon fan. I have tried to play Splatoon games like 500 different times, and it just doesn't click for me. Like, I think the concept is amazing. I think the characters are awesome. I think the games are good. But I just don't enjoy the games for some reason. But I will say this is one of the best Switch games we ever got, and it's 50% off the full price. So we also have Mortal Kombat 1 for the Nintendo Switch, physically for $15. That is 70% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. And you can pick this up at Amazon and Walmart. You know what's crazy about this game? When it first came out, it was the second $70 Switch game we got. We got Tears of the Kingdom. Makes a lot of sense. Then we got this dumbass game. Like, I'm not saying the game is dumb, but at the time, dumbass game for 70 bucks. Yeah, that was not cutting it. Obviously, this port is inferior to the PlayStation and Xbox versions, but it has had quite a few patches since then. I think the story mode in Mortal Kombat 1 is actually pretty fun. And I think the gameplay is great. So if you want to add another physical game to your collection for super cheap, this is a way to do it. We have Donkey Kong Country Returns HD digitally at Amazon and Target for 30 bucks. That's 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. There was some physical copies of this on sale for 30 bucks at Walmart as well, but that is sold out now. I actually personally was able to pick one of those up. You can still pick this up physically at Best Buy and GameStop for 40 bucks. So, you know, it's all your preference. Do you want to pay 30 bucks or do you want to pay an extra $10 and get it physically? Either price point you're picking this up at, that is an amazing price, right? This game came out and was $60. This was like the third or fourth time they re-released this game. And I always said personally, I think it should have been brand new at $50, but 40 bucks and 30 bucks, you know, that's a no-brainer. 2D Donkey Kong is amazing, and there's a reason why they keep re-releasing this game, because it's one of the best, so you can't go wrong with this one. We have Princess Peach Showtime digitally for $30. That's 50% off, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been, and you can currently find this at Target. Again, if you'd like to pick this up physically, you can pay an extra 10 bucks and make it $40, and I believe that's at Best Buy and GameStop. A lot of people thought this game was shallow or not really good, but you have to remember, this was geared to like younger kids, younger girls or whatever, but I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I guess other people did. Maybe because I went in with absolutely no expectations, but I thought it was a pretty good 2D platformer, right? So I think it's cool. We got a Princess Peach game. For what it was, I did enjoy myself, and I think there actually might be a demo of this still on the eShop. We have Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S physically for the Nintendo Switch 2 for $15. That is 62% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. This game is great. It's a really fun Tetris game, or a kind of spin on Tetris. I like puzzle games, so you know I'm prone to stuff like this, but I also enjoyed the first one. But I always like to tell people, if you didn't enjoy the first one, or you don't enjoy puzzle games, you're not going to enjoy this one probably. But then again, it's a physical Nintendo Switch 2 game for 15 bucks. And again, I personally just picked up a copy of this as well, because it's $15. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, for $15, I can throw this in my collection and never play it for all I care. But I will play it. But yeah, man, there's not a lot to say about this one, but if you want to get a Switch 2 game for $15, this is the way to do it. We have Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition for the Switch 2 physically for 30 bucks at Amazon and Walmart. That is 50% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. This is awesome because this is currently one of the best, if not the best, Switch 2 game we currently have as far as like performance and graphics go. It shows you the Switch 2 can be on par with the other big at-home consoles, right? Yes, on the PS5, it probably looks a little bit better. Yes, on the Xbox, it probably runs a little bit better. But you're telling me I can play a game like this portably on the go, or then I can dock it to the TV and play it at home whenever I feel like it, and it looks and runs the way it does? And now you can do that for only $30? That is a no-brainer. We also have Yakuza 0 Director's Cut physically for 30 bucks. That's 40% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. And you can find this at Amazon, Target, Walmart, and GameStop. This is awesome, man. Yakuza games are amazing. Yakuza 0 looks and runs amazing on the Switch 2. I think Kiwami and Kiwami 2 are the first chronologically, but if I'm not mistaken, Yakuza 0 is a prequel to those. So I guess you could actually play this one first and then go and play those. But this game really is fantastic. And again, I think it's one of the best looking games we have on the Switch 2. And it is only $30. And we have Pac-Man World 2 REPAC physically for the Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. You can currently find this at Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, and Target. It's $19.93. That's 34% off the full price, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been, and it is amazing. Pac-Man World REPAC was great. It's a very fun platformer, kind of rough around the edges a little bit when you go back and play it, but it's still a very fun time. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they were smoking crack and just brainstorming, but they made an amazing game. They really went above and beyond in every single way, and it's just awesome. You know, they didn't have to do that, but they made a fantastic 3D platformer. And it's only 20 bucks physically for the Switch or Nintendo Switch 2. It's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that one up. Whether you're playing on the Switch or Switch 2, you're going to have a lot of fun. But this game looks fantastic on the Switch 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's official. This is the best Nintendo Ehsop sale as well as just game sale for the Switch and Switch 2 of the entire year. It's going to be hard to beat these prices, and that's a good thing, right? Because these deals are so damn good. I've said it a few times, but I think this is the best Black Friday we've had for a very long time in gaming, and that's a pretty cool. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know any games you picked up, any deals you've seen, any deals that I missed. Just start a conversation. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, if you could do me a favor, hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep the communities growing, and consider becoming a channel member, which some of you guys have been becoming members, and that is amazing. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.